Get started right now. Thanks everyone for joining. And this talk's going to be by David Janku. Is it pronounced Janku? David Janku. He is the founder and manages Effective Thesis. He has a bachelor's degree in psychology and a master's in organizational psychology and is working towards a PhD in sociology of sciences, focused on mapping factors influencing researchers' topic choices. He also works in the Czech Science Foundation as an analyst, collaborated on a couple of academic research projects, and helped organize an international research symposium on academic inequalities and epistemic gaps in research science funding. With that, I'll let David take the stage. Thanks everyone.
Hi, great to see you all here. I'm David. I'm the founder of Effective Thesis. Effective Thesis is an organization that helps students begin research careers that significantly improve the world, starting with their theses. In this presentation, I'm gonna tell you how we do it. So, yeah, you can skip the introductions if heard about me already. So why we focus on research in the first place? So research seems to be like pretty interesting mechanism, which seems to have improved the world a lot throughout the history. It has helped prevent famines, eradicate diseases, reduce violence, and expand our circle of compassion. Yet there are still many problems that seems to be very effective or impactful from the perspective of increasing global well-being, but that still very few researchers are focusing on. And even though that researching those problems could make a big difference. Our mission at Effective Thesis and the world that we're trying to create is a world where there are many more excellent researchers working on those problems that are most important for humanity and its future, to the extent that these problems are not considered neglected anymore. When talking about research careers, where does this journey towards becoming a researcher start? Does it start when you get the first academic position after you complete a PhD? Or does it start when you embark on a PhD and choose a topic that you'll be focusing on for the next 3 or more years? Or does it start even earlier when you're writing your undergraduate or master thesis? We help students relatively early on before they embark on a PhD, because we believe that these early decisions could be relatively path dependent. So from some interviews we had with students as well as more senior researchers, we often heard that the topic that you choose for your PhD often stays with you for the rest of your academic career. And the choice of the PhD topic itself is often fairly influenced by what you've done in your undergraduate and master's thesis. So it seems that these early decisions, like what you're going to do in your undergraduate and master's, and what you'll be focusing on in your research, seems to have some influence on the development of your further career. And even though that seems to be the case, we often observe that students struggle to actually find some advice to find some good topics for their undergraduate and master's theses. Even those students who seem to be talented and oriented towards doing research and research careers have a struggle with that. And what often happens is that people choose topics that are somehow conveniently available, that they can find supervision in their local networks at their university department, or topics that they heard about from news, or maybe that they've superficially worked on in some of the previous classes. But often there's not much consideration into what problem seems to be most important for the world and the humanity as a whole. there also seems to be like fairly little advice on which research problems seems to be most impactful. So that's why I decided to found this organization that aims to help people with their thesis topic decisions, and more generally help to put them on a trajectory of generating much more social impact with their research careers. We do so, the core of how we do it is that we try to highlight the most important problems where further research could have the largest impact to students at a point when they're choosing a topic for their undergraduate, master's, or PhD theses. And we do so via a number of services that are designed to actually guide students and support them along their journey of becoming researchers. I'll talk about these services on the next slides in more depth. But before I do that, I'd like to also flag that my colleague Dev Puratep, who's also acting as head of coaching for Effective Thesis, is here at the conference and is providing the on-site coaching for those of you who would appreciate some more assistance with decisions about your like thesis topics or anything related to your research careers. So feel free to reach out to him either via his Calendly or via this QR code. He's also sitting right there, so you can talk to him after his presentation. Right, so starting with your journey of becoming researchers. So the first thing you might be wondering about is what is there to research actually, and what are the topics that you can build better understanding of. To help students identify what are the most important problems to focus on, we have built this repository of research directions, and we choose these research directions based on scanning discussions within the effective altruism movement on which problem seems to be most impactful and how to contribute to solving those problems. We also collaborate and take some inputs from EA research organizations or operating in space, and from some individual researchers who sometimes help us write up these profiles of important research directions. In each of these profiles, you find some arguments for why this given research direction seems to be especially impactful, especially important to focus on. You'll find there a section guiding you on when to start with your research in the direction. So there are some pointers to readings you could start with, and also to some open research questions that exist in the space. Finally, you'll also find there some listings of people and organizations who are active in doing research in that given direction that you can potentially contact or just check what they're doing and what they're up to. Other than our research direction profiles, we're also kind of collecting and summarizing the best available advice we could find on various topics that you might be interested in yourself when planning a research career. So these range from how to test your fit with and how to recognize whether you're a good fit for this type of career, or how to go about choosing a research question that will be a good fit. Or also like what to do once you arrive at some findings and once you complete your thesis, what to do with that, how to disseminate your research results. Finally, we have also a resources page, which aims to upgrade your quality of research regardless of the topic that you focus on. So on that page, you can find pointers to how to build various research skills that you're going to need if you want to be good at research, and also pointers to various research tools that you can use to improve your productivity and improve the quality of your research. Right, so now you have read through these recommendations, and maybe you're wondering how to put them into practice and how to put it all together. That's where our coaching comes into place. Our coaching is supposed to help guide students through their process of thesis topic choice and through all the considerations that seem to be important. So what happens after you apply for the coaching is that you get connected with some of our internal coaching team members, and they will act as guides throughout your process of thesis topic choice. And they will talk with you about the important consideration to take into account. They will reflect with you on which research direction might be the best fit for you. And they will also send you some personalized resources that you might benefit from, like some readings, list of open research questions, and various other things. And importantly, they will also connect you with other students who are working on the same research directions, and more experienced researchers who can give you more context and maybe more specific pointers to where to start and how to build a research career in that direction. Over the course of the past 3 years, we have helped over 300 students switch their research focus to something more impactful, or reflect on their goals and next career moves, or just generally grow their network of people interested in similar research directions. Right, so you've arrived at the topic now, and the next thing you're gonna need before you can start doing the research is actually finding a supervisor, finding someone who will guide you through the research process itself and help you develop your ideas. We found that students often struggle to find a good supervisors, especially if they arrived at a topic independently themselves, or if they're working on a topic that's like outside of the scope of what academics at their own department are working on. Anyway, there's often an option to have some external supervision, or to have like more supervisors helping you develop your thesis, and that's what we wanted to highlight and make more available for students. We also believe that ensuring you have a good supervision can make a huge difference to your development as a researcher. So this seems to be like an important factor. And that's why we develop some resources to help students make better decisions about supervision. So one of these resources is that on an ongoing basis, we're updating our database of potential supervisors who are academics who we believe will be a good fit to supervise students in undergraduate, master's, or PhD levels who are interested in one of our recommended research directions. So if you got interested in any of our research directions, there's a good chance that you might find some supervisor in the database. We've also put together the best advice we could find on how to actually go about finding a supervisor in general, or how to choose from multiple supervisor candidates if you identify more people who could potentially supervise you. So how to make this decision. This seems especially important if you're thinking about starting a PhD, because that supervisor that you choose for a PhD will stay with you for multiple years, and will likely have a huge effect on how your PhD will be going. All right, so now you found a topic, you found a supervisor, and you started writing your thesis. However, sometimes it could feel a bit isolated or lonely to be working on that given topic yourself, and you might appreciate some peer support. Sometimes you might also benefit from learning from experience of others who are just a few steps ahead of you, or benefit the others by sharing your own experience. To encourage this, we have set up and launched this online community platform where you can connect with other students interested in similar research directions, or other students interested in general in building research careers, and where you can share your experience. There are also many things that we're planning to do with these platforms. There will be some interviews with people who just finished their theses and were very successful at that. There will be some interviews with more senior researchers on how to build a research career from their perspective. And there are also options to get some accountability buddies or improve your productivity in that sense via the community. So these are all great reasons to apply and join this online community. Yeah, this is how the first page of the community looks like, just to give you some idea. Right, fast forward, you've now finished your thesis, you've put in a lot of work, and your thesis is of very high quality. So what are you going to do next? To encourage and recognize promising research by students that is high potential to improve the world, we have launched the Effective Thesis Exceptional Research Award. You can apply for this award if you focused your thesis on one of our recommended research directions. And if you put in good work, you can potentially win a recognition accompanied by a prize of $1,000 or some small commendation prizes. What we evaluate when we evaluate these theses, so what we focus on is the quality of the work, not the results. So you're very welcome to apply even if your results are insignificant or if you didn't find the effect you were looking for, as long as this attempt at finding the results were of high quality and were done well, you still have a chance to win the prize. This prize has two degrees or two categories: undergraduate and graduate, and is open to students from all research directions or kind of disciplines. The deadline for applications is 1st September 2022. Right, so you've applied for our Exceptional Research Award and won. Congratulations. Now you're probably want to explore some other opportunities and see what's out there and how you can further develop in your journey of becoming a researcher. For this, we have created a service that search for opportunities that are relevant to research and relevant for students who are interested in some of our recommended research directions. So we list opportunities that ranging from job offers or internships if you want to build more experience with research, or relevant conferences, seminars, reading groups, if you want to stir your inspiration. Or there are also some collaboration offers and scholarships and funding and calls for papers if there's something else, some other type of action that you want to take. So all these opportunities are coming out 2 times per month, approximately bi-weekly. and are also relevant for people on undergraduate, master's, and PhD degrees, or with up to 2 years of professional experience. So we specifically focus on this kind of early stages of career. Cool. So now you've explored some more of the opportunities, and you ultimately decided to go full on a PhD. So you might have checked in with our coaching again. Might have used this coaching service to figure out what to focus on in your PhD. You might have visited the database of potential supervisors again to identify good mentor. But there still might be one additional thing one additional piece of puzzle that you need to fit in, and that's the funding for a PhD. Some PhD programs offer stipends that will cover your tuition fees and like living costs. But some other programs require you to actually obtain funding yourself independently. So to help you do that, we again collected the best advice on how to find PhD funding that we could find, and we also created a database of potential funding sources for people interested in pursuing PhDs or other like longer-term independent research projects. This database is special in that it only lists funding sources that are relevant for people who are interested in some of the research directions that we recommend. So it's kind of zoomed in on these research directions. And in some cases, you might have a better chance of actually getting the funding if you focus on some of the research directions that we list. Right. So this kind of concludes our journey of like supporting you to become researchers. You've maybe now applied for the PhD funding, and hopefully you got it, and are developing your research career to be of high impact going further. So you might still want to check our recommended research opportunities and make use of some of them. You might still stick around in our online community and make sure that you keep your connections alive and maybe create new ones. And once you get more expertise, you might also want to join our network of experts and help other younger students figure out what to focus on with their research. Or you can even apply to become one of the potential supervisors in our database and work with students more closely. So this kind of concludes and summarizes how we can help you on your journey of becoming researchers. I hope you now have a better understanding of how we can do that. And we'll be happy to hear from you either via some applications for any of our free services that I've just talked about, or at this conference with me via Swipcard or email, or with Dev via Calendly or this QR code. You can again schedule this coaching session right at this conference. Yeah, I will be interested to talk to you, especially if you have some feedback on our services or on our mission overall, or if you would like to collaborate more closely on developing some of our services. Yeah, I'm always happy to hear from people who want to join our team and help us build our services further, either on a volunteering or paid basis. If you're running some similar initiative like this organization, for example, some research training program helping students upgrade their research skills, or you're running some research organization working with students, I'll be also very happy to talk with you and share some experiences that we've gathered along the way. Right, so that will be all from me. Thanks for your attention. this is our team, and yeah, see you later.